Fight and Talk back again, and today I'm delighted to say I'm joined by Molly McCann ahead of her UFC London fight against Ashlee Evans-Smith. Molly, huge fight. How are you feeling going into it?
I'm feeling amazing, mate. I'm 4 weeks out, lighter than I've ever been, more muscle mass than I've ever had. Training's flying, so I can't really complain. I'm going home, aren't I? The O2, so it's I'm in for a good week, a good fight week, and hopefully a really good performance.
I think this fight puts you right up in that sort of title contention, if you like. Of course, today Shevchenko, Jojo Calderwood's just been announced. Could we maybe see?
I don't know, they've just made me top 15, and for a girl, when you grow up and your goal's to be number one, you think that you can get it, but then when it starts like coming to fruition and it's happening now, it's madness, mate. So this week's been a little bit like of a humbling week for me. But I beat Ashlee Evans-Smith. I should go top maybe 12, maybe top 10, and then no one else has got a better fight streak than a 4-fight win other than Shevchenko, and if I win this one I'm on a 4-fight streak, so I'm not going to run before I can walk, and I'm not going to say I deserve more than anyone else in the top 10, but I'm coming, and as many fights as it takes, I'm coming.
Yourself and Leah, of course Leah's got a massive night ahead of her on Saturday. I know when you spoke to Pizzi on Eurobash, you'd said, look, I mean, women's MMA at the minute, just how good is it?
I feel like it's like the golden age, really. Do you know, like all the pioneers, the first lot of pioneers came through, then the second wave, like the Ronda Rouseys came through, and now the next generation of that's now coming through, like me and Leah, and I don't know, it's nice that we're all treated equally. Going back 5 years, going back 2 years, I don't think that a female would have got a headline shot. So for Leah to get this, I'm just blown away, and to see your best mate living a dream. Like, I'm not sure if you heard me, I was like, fucking hell, my best mate's getting headlines, I can't even get on a main card, do you know what I mean? I forgot what that feels like, but when you know her story and you know how hard she works, and now to get the recognition she deserves is like, it's humbling for a best friend, and it just, I don't know, it's so inspirational. I've never met another female in my life who puts in work like this other than myself, so I'm just so proud of her.
You were featured heavily, as well in the BBC documentary, The Rise of the Female Fighter. I know on that you mentioned that you tried football, you tried boxing, but you really sort of found yourself when it was MMA. Now to be top 15, that must be...
And I mean, my mum was buzzing and I was buzzing, and I felt like it clicked. I was like, I think I'm going to be on bigger cards now. Like, if I can ever make it to Las Vegas, you know, growing up boxing, you'd always like to fight in New York, in Madison Square Garden, it's the one. And to fight in Las Vegas is the home of MMA. So they're on my bucket list. I got to fight in Boston, but for them to come, that's next on the achievements I'd like to reach, to be honest. But I'm pinching myself every day, and I cry quite a lot just because I can't believe where I am. Like, I know I work hard and I dedicate my life to it, but it's madness to think sometimes that you're actually here. Do you know what I mean? It's like I'm cornering my best mate who's headlining in the free arena. I had to voice note it. I was like, oh my God. When she told us, we was all crying. Like, it was like a 4-way phone call. Me, Una, Emma and Leah. And I was like, you fucking what? Are you messing? And then, and now I'm here and I'm doing it with her, and it's magic, mate. It's just magic.
You mentioned your mum there as well. I know in the documentary you mentioned about the way she changed her life around and sort of striving for greatness. That must be some motivation for you as well to have.
Any adversity I go through my life, I'll always talk to my mum, and she has these profound kind of statements. And one when I lost in UFC Liverpool, I really struggled with my mental health, which was quite spoke about it, quite candid about it. But she just said, like, I know you're going to be all right because you're me, I made you, and you cut from my cloth. And there's certain times when I'm feeling down, or I don't know, camp gets on you, and when you fight every day, it gets to you. But she'll just say these little one-liners, and then I'm like, yeah, I can go again. So, I don't know, my fighting team is predominantly male, but anyone who I look to in my life, Una, Emma, Leah, my girlfriend Paige, my mum, all these strong women are just right behind me, push me, do you know what I mean?
You mentioned that team as well, Next Gen. Big year this year, of course. I know Paddy's just had a change in opponent, but huge year nevertheless for Next Gen.
I mean, Paddy's the Friday night, I'm the Saturday night. March 7th, we've got all the boys out in Cage Warriors Manchester. We've got our pros out. We're at this point now where Fishy, then Paddy, then me, we all broke, well, they broke through, and then I kind of just caught them up, and now like the 5 and under pros are starting to come through, and they're starting to show the levels. And this year I think our gym's just going to stamp its stamp back on UK and European MMA, and just be like, no, we are here, do you know what I mean? And we're here to make a statement. So hopefully a few more fights, Paddy's in the UFC with me and Fishy, and then our lads, we've got a few bantamweights and a few featherweights, so they'll be coming for the Cage Warriors strap. By
the end of the year, end of 2020, where will we see Molly McCann?
I keep getting asked this question, and I just kind of say, like, one fight at a time. I used to be like, I'm going to be there and I'm going to do this and this is how I'm going to do it. And I think getting humbled, growing up, just being a bit more wiser and a bit more older in the fight game, because I only had 3 amateur fights and then it was laying on the job for me. But I'd love to be top 10 and spoken about as a real contender, because the press and the journalists are trying to make this narrative and trying to make it happen for me, which I really appreciate. But I just want to aim my way to the top, do you know what I mean? And it's going to come when it's going to come. But if I can be a contender by the end of the year, UFC Dublin in August. I mean, my last name, I've got strong roots to Dublin, so I'd like to come UFC Dublin and then see where we go from there.
Molly, thank you very much for your time. Thank you.